All right, let's talk about a habit so many of us have, over-explaining. But here's the thing, what you're about to find out is that it's probably not what you think it is at all.
I mean, have you ever been there? Someone asks you something simple, and instead of just giving a simple answer, you find yourself launching into this whole 5-minute backstory. Like you can't just say no to dinner. You have to explain your entire week's schedule, your cat's vet appointment, everything. It's exhausting, right?
And, the common wisdom, what we always hear, is that this is just a lack of confidence, that you're insecure. But what if I told you that's not the real story? Not even close. The psychology here is fascinating, and it shows that over-explaining isn't a weakness, not at all. It's actually a super smart, deeply ingrained protective strategy, something your brain came up with to survive.
So let's really dive into that. This is our first big idea. We've got to stop thinking of this as some kind of personality flaw. It's not. It's a learned psychological response.
And where does it come from? Well, it often starts way back. Think about it. If you were ever in a situation, maybe growing up, where just saying what you needed wasn't enough, where your feelings got dismissed, or every decision was second-guessed, your brain learned a really important lesson. It learned that a simple no or I need this just wasn't going to cut it. It wasn't enough to be believed.
And that conditioning, that's powerful stuff. It sticks with you. It means that today, right now, you might be reacting to the present, but you're using old rules you created for survival back then.
So what did you do? You learned to come prepared. You had to build this airtight case for yourself, packed with evidence and reasons and justifications, just so you could say what you needed to say without getting shot down. And over time, that just became second nature, an automatic reflex.
And this is really the heart of it all. Your brain is essentially running on old software. It's still trying to protect you from that old feeling, that sting of being invalidated or unheard, even if, and this is the key, even if that threat isn't really there anymore.
Okay, so this brings us to a really interesting point, how this reflex turns into an active strategy for safety. It's all about managing a misunderstanding, basically stamping it out before it even has a chance to start.
There's a cool psychological term for this. It's called high self-monitoring. And no, this isn't just being self-aware, this is on another level. It's like you have this constant radar going, a kind of hyper-vigilance, where you're always tracking how you're coming across to other people. Your words, your tone of voice, absolutely everything.
So, let's see how this actually works in real life. All you want to say is, hey, I can't make it tonight. Simple, right? But for a brain in high monitoring mode, oh no. It instantly plays out the worst-case scenario. It's like a movie in your head. They're going to think I'm flaky, they'll be mad at me, they are never ever going to invite me out again.
And what's the solution your brain comes up with? You over-explain. It's a preemptive strike. You're trying to diffuse all that potential anger and disappointment before it even exists. It's 100% a strategy for emotional self-protection.
And let's be super clear here. This isn't really about the details. It's not about the facts of your story. It's driven by this deep, powerful need to prove you have good intentions, to show them, hey, I'm a good, thoughtful person. You're basically giving them all this extra information to secure your spot, to make sure you're still okay in their eyes.
But, and this is a big but, all of this work, this constant managing and justifying and predicting, it comes at a huge cost, a cost that's often totally invisible. And that cost? Pure emotional exhaustion.
And here's exactly why it's so draining. It's simple, really. When you over-explain, you're not just thinking for yourself. You're trying to anticipate and manage and basically control what the other person is thinking too. You are literally trying to do the thinking for two people at once.
I mean, just look at the energy difference here. A normal, everyday chat? Sure, it uses a bit of your mental battery. But a conversation where you're over-explaining? Whoosh! It's like your energy tank just goes from full to zero in seconds. The amount of mental work you're doing is it's off the charts.
So if you've ever felt totally wiped out after what should have been a super simple conversation, this is why. That constant analysis, that prediction game, it's exhausting because you're carrying this impossible weight of trying to make sure every single interaction is perfectly, flawlessly understood.
Okay, so after all that, where do we land? Let's pull this all together and look at this whole thing from a new angle, a much more compassionate one.
Honestly, if there's only one thing you remember from our chat today, please let it be this. Your need to over-explain is not a flaw. It is not a sign that you're weak or
or that you're broken?
Actually, it's the total opposite. It's proof of how incredible your brain is at adapting. It's this deeply empathetic, super strategic, protective shield that your mind built, all to keep you safe and make sure you were seen correctly in a world that maybe didn't always get you.
And when you get that, it's more than just putting a label on a habit. It's like getting a key to understanding your own mind. Because when you could finally see the why, the protective reason behind the pattern, you can start to be a little kinder to yourself. You stop seeing just the behavior, and you start to see the absolutely brilliant mind that came up with it in the first place.